Standing right behind me is two extremely rare items in Build-A-Boat for Treasure that are only obtainable from redeeming exclusive codes. And in this video, we take a look at each item, which one is better, and an in-depth look at both of these items that you've got to see. So make sure to stay tuned and also be sure to like the video and subscribe. Let's not waste any more time. Let's hop straight into it. And in this video, I went ahead and I added Kevin to the fan wall, but for some reason, Kevin is tagged out. So, Kevin, that's you right there, okay, buddy? Just know that. That's you. But the keyword for today's video for the fan wall is going to be pumpkin is the keyword. Comment down below pumpkin. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into these two rare items and everything with them and which is best. So, standing in front of me, I have the exclusive laser launcher item, which was introduced inside of the game just about this year. It came out about 6 months ago, I want to say 7 months ago, and it is one of the coolest PvP items we have. And then of course we have the Steampunk Jetpack, which is one of the oldest toy codes we've had inside of the game. That is not a PvP item, but in fact it's a jetpack. But this jetpack has some special abilities that I'm going to take a look at here in just a minute. But the real question is which item is better? Well, first let's start off with the laser launcher. The Build-A-Boat for Treasure laser launcher is actually a real life Nerf gun on Amazon for right now. It's like $28. I mean, it's a Nerf gun and it looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It's called the Space Lock Ray. I've actually bought this thing in real life and that's how I have it, and that is literally the only way to obtain the laser launcher right now is by redeeming the avatar code with that. And when you join Build-A-Boat for Treasure, you get the laser launcher itself. Now you may be wondering, how good is this item right here? Well, let's first off test it out. So when you actually go inside of it, it's one of the mounted items inside of the game, like the mounted cannon, the snowball launcher, stuff like that, the egg launcher. Now, what makes this laser launcher super good is the range on it. All right, the range is incredible. You guys can see that those lasers made their way all the way to the first stage. So the range on this thing is incredible. We did do some tests with this, and that this item is probably one of the worst items up close. There's some instances when you're so close with this item that it doesn't even deal damage to the player. So this item is pretty much only good during long-range PvP. Now, they might update this inside of the future so it does better damage up close, but it is pretty cool. One cool thing you can actually do with the laser launcher is actually color it to specific colors. So if I colored it pink right here and I go back inside of it, it'll actually shoot pink lasers, which is a kind of cool addition that they added to this, which is pretty cool. It also does have limited ammo, which you guys can see right here. As soon as it runs out, it'll go like this, which kind of makes a cool little particle block. If you actually take your property tool, you turn the transparency to 100%, you can get this cool little like smoke block inside of the game, which can be useful for decorations and cool builds. Also, I do have to mention the unique design on this thing. It's a futuristic laser and it does look really cool. I don't really know what's that logo right there. I've never actually looked at that. What in the world is that? But that's pretty much the laser launcher inside of the game, guys. I mean, all around it is a very unique PvP item, and it's literally only available from that Nerf gun. If you redeem that Nerf gun avatar toy code, you get this right here. So this thing is pretty exclusive, but we're gonna see how it lines up with the Steampunk Jetpack. The Steampunk Jetpack got introduced to Build-A-Boat for Treasure, I want to say it was like 3 to 4 years ago. I mean, this thing has been inside the game for quite some time, and just like the laser launcher, this thing is only obtainable from a Roblox toy code, and that Roblox toy is the Chill Thrill 709 Roblox toy, which you guys can see right here on the banner of the game. It says redeem the code inside the Chill Thrill 709 toy set and receive in-game bonus items, which you guys can see it highlights the Steampunk Jetpack. But not only that, but you also get a plushie as well, and I believe it's 4 portals. So not only from this code are you getting the Steampunk Jetpack, but also some other stuff as well. So just a quick little overview of this jetpack. I mean, obviously it's a steampunk design here, so when we actually equip it, what makes this jetpack different from every other jetpack inside of the game, well, pretty much all the other jetpacks except for the wings, is its ability to have infinite height. This jetpack will go infinitely high. There's no barriers or limits on this jetpack. It can go pretty much forever. There is a fuel on this jetpack. It doesn't really display it on the back very well, but it does eventually run out, which I always thought this thing was infinite, but it does does run out at some time. But as you guys can see, we are going infinitely high up, and it will go on pretty much forever. You can also change the color on this as well, and I'm now falling down. This is great. Oh, let's see what happens. Am I gonna get flung? Am I gonna get flung? And oh no, I stuck the landing. But as I was saying, you can actually color this to be specific colors. You can also change the properties on it, pretty much just like any other jetpack inside of the game. But I will say the laser launcher is a pretty much cooler item. But there's one thing about the Steampunk jetpack. Although this thing is very old and it's been inside the game for a while and players could unlock it for a long time, this thing is now getting very, very rare. And the reason being is because the price on this, keep in mind guys, this Roblox toy used to be worth like $10. It was $10. You got the Chill 3079 Roblox toy, and you got the Steampunk jetpack, all the other cool items, the avatar item, all of that. But just recently, this thing has gotten extremely rare. This thing is now worth $54 for literally just the toy itself. $54, guys. Keep in mind, you could pretty much buy 2 of the Nerf guns for probably less than 1 of these. Like, that is insane. Now, the reason being for this is they might have stopped production. That's not confirmed or anything, but it's a possibility, which might make this even more rare considering that less people are buying it, which is going to make this more rare. So, theoretically, this is now twice as rare as the laser launcher just because, I mean, the price is doubled. Keep in mind, guys, this thing used to be worth literally like $12 and now it's $54. That's like 4 times the price, which is absolutely insane. But if I had to pick between the Steampunk jetpack itself and also the laser launcher item, it all comes down to which one I would rather prefer. You guys might think differently than me, but honestly, I don't really use either of these items. I mean, the wings are inside a build-a-boat for treasure for, I mean, how much are these things? They're for 250 Robux, right? You know how much Robux you can get for $54, bro? Like, the wings are also infinite height and they never run out of fuel. So, I mean, if you're looking for a good jetpack, then the wings are definitely going to be the way cheaper option. And on top of that, you get 3 of them. But the Steampunk jetpack, although it is very rare, it's a very unique item inside of the game. If you're a build-a-boat collector, this might be an option for you, but I think I'm just gonna have to go with the laser launcher just because it's very new to the game. I mean, it looks cool, it shoots cool, it has a cool sound, it's a PvP item, and the range is crazy on it. On top of that, you can paint it exclusive colors, and that's just my opinion. I like the laser launcher a little bit more. I mean, the jetpack's cool, but at the end of the day, it's just a jetpack. The Steampunk jetpack is also very close in resemblance to the Star jetpack. It has almost the same wings, except these are pointing up, and these ones are pointing down. It has basically like the same base model. It looks like they probably made the Steampunk jetpack based off of the Star one, but with the Star jetpack, just like any other jetpack inside of the game, there is a boundary and a limit right about here, which this is the height limit on the jetpack, which they can't fly any highest. But as I mentioned earlier, when you have the Steampunk jetpack equipped, this thing can go infinitely high. You can see we're gonna go past that barrier just like this, and boom, you guys can see it will go up in. But let me know down below your guys' thoughts on these and which one you guys like better. Be sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you all inside of the next one. Peace out and goodbye.